Welcome back to the Garden Hutch. Today we're going to discuss week 33 of 2023. Let's get going. Well, week 33 started off with about as good a weather as you could anticipate here in August. Some days, I think Monday or Tuesday, the high was only like 82 degrees, and that was fantastic. As the week went on, however, it got hot, and I mean really hot. We record these on Monday, same day they come out, and yesterday, Sunday, the first day of the week, the feels like was 121. It was unbearable. So we're gonna have to start watering a lot more, that sort of thing. But with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got accomplished in week 33. You want that stick, boo? Want that stick? So on the way down there, I just wanted to show this. With the heat coming on, our banana peppers and all the bell peppers, nadapinos and jalapenos, those things are going crazy right now. Also, our beans are surprisingly doing really well through the heat. I think part of that has to do with the fact that we are watering routinely. But as we do that, let's look at what we did. Last week, here in this bed, if you'll remember, we had the Roma tomatoes, super proud of them, put a whole bunch of them away. And down there, we had the cantaloupe out, right? We took those out the prior week, but this week what we did was we went through and we added fertilizer and we added a lot more organic material. You can see a lot of the leaves there in the top of it. And that's just to kind of help revitalize the bed, because we're hoping to have this bed grow all the way up until the first freeze. So inside during week 33, we went ahead and started beets for this bed and turnips for that bed. I just want to interject here real fast. We are starting a lot of our fall vegetables right now. A lot of the determinate varieties of tomatoes, specifically the Roma tomatoes. Now the Vegeta bed, they have Roma tomatoes in there. Those are going to be coming out soon. As soon as the last of those Romas ripen. We had done really well on putting up tomatoes this year. I'm really pleased with how all that went. So now it's time to kind of transition on from there. Given that it's late August already, our idea is we want to go ahead and start growing some greens. We haven't had salads in a little while and we're starting to crave them. So we're going to start butter crunch lettuce. We're going to start the turnip greens and beets. And because we like the beet greens and the turnip greens on our salad. We won't start the radishes though for a few more weeks, only because radishes are super susceptible to bolting if the temperatures get, in the lower to mid 90s. And right now they're in the triple digits. So I think we're just going to hold off on the radishes for a little bit. But I do have one more big exciting thing that I want to show you guys from week 33. I'm not sure how well this is going to show on video, but I'm just so excited I'm going to show you anyway. We have kind of started taking the bamboo back. This here is on the front. And if you can see down here on the end, we have taken quite a bit of it out. We had a big bonfire this weekend where we took a lot of it and burned it. We'll be doing that probably once a month until the end of the year. The idea is we are starting to let this part of the homestead grow into pasture land, because hopefully at the beginning of 2024, we are going to start the process of getting our milking goats. Of course, that's going to begin with putting the fences in, and they're going to go right here on the base of this hill all the way down. So overall, we're probably going to end up with about a little over an acre and a quarter or an acre and a half that will be fenced off and seeded with alfalfa for our Nigerian dwarf milking goats. I cannot tell you how excited I am about that, because it's going to add a whole nother dimension to the homestead. We feel like we're finally able to take care of our gardens, that they're not taking or monopolizing so much of our time, that we can go on and add something else that we can kind of learn how to manage our time around. And that's going to give us dairy products, which is what I'm really excited about. We're also thinking about adding meat chickens to the homestead. but that will come probably middle of 2024 or the end of 2024. But can't you just imagine some goats running around here? Oh, I love goat cheese. I can't wait. Another thing that we still have left to do, this right here, we got free from a tree service. I wasn't sure if I was going to turn, we have this area over here kind of terraced out. We were thinking about putting a garden in there, but we feel like with the gardens we have now that we can grow enough food to feed the two of us. And the more area that we have for the milking goats, the better. It'll allow us a bit more room so that maybe we can recoup some of our costs by breeding the goats, selling the females, that sort of thing going forward. So instead, I'm going to use that mulch right there at the end of the fall, and I am going to put it over all of the walkways in the top garden. Whew, man, I am sweating already. It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning, and the feels like is almost at 90 degrees already. I think it's going to be, this week almost every day is going to be triple digits with it feels like between 115 and 120. So that's something to look forward to. But I try not to get discouraged this time of year because I know if I can just maintain for about 3 or 4 weeks and just keep everything going and start prepping, our fall gardens are going to be spectacular. Also, the whole idea of prepping for the goats is kind of put an extra pep in my step for a little while. So anyway, as always, I appreciate you folks hanging out with us today. Till next time, I hope everyone takes care of themselves. Peace.